buddies.
Cheerio.
Hey, it's a show. Oh, sorry.
Oh, my God.
Back up.
Oh, my
Hey, what's going on?
Oh,
Thank you. You're far too kind. You could have been anywhere in the world like he was. But I'm so glad that you're here with me.
Cowboys OTA takeaways, a game of is it the hot dog or is it the bun? And NFC East Hard Knocks, which storylines are we looking forward to? It's all today on this show, and it starts now. Jeff's mic, because we see in the chat, is something wrong with Jeff's mic? Did Jeff break the show by returning? Is that what is happening? Check. They'll tell us in real time.
Jesse and Jesse's mic. So it's me and Clarence's show.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me and Clarence?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I'd like to.
It's all saying fine on here, guys.
I would like to apologize for coming back.
Let's see. How about me and Clarence?
TC says it looks fine on his end.
Let me pull it up on.
He thought it looked fine before the show.
Let's take a peek. Let's see what the people say.
What are the people saying? People say.
I'm pulling it up.
What the people
Just
say?
do the
I'm
show.
not getting comments.
All the mics are off.
All the mics are on.
Come on, Dan.
All right, I'm gonna go get Kat.
All right.
Katya!
Here, should we just
The
dance?
show's broken! Sounds weird. We're going to do a show. We have topics prepared and everything. That's very unfortunate.
Okay, turning these off, which
That sounds bad.
it's gonna. Oh, wait.
We're going to do some things.
Okay. Yeah, they can hear you. So,
It's gonna be great. Sounds like you're talking in a tunnel.
yeah, it's because it's using this mic.
Wow.
Just give it a hot second. Apparently, you're hearing us through the monitor
So
of the
far
Apple
away.
that our producers watch.
Can we hit Club Pop-Up so
Club Pop-Up Acapella.
Damn,
at least
Jeff, why
they
you come
can
back?
have something to listen to.
It sounds like we're far away because we are far away. The mic that's picking us up is over there, but we're going to fix it. Here, I'm going to come talk to the monitor.
Yeah, do it.
Sound like something bad.
We're told that the mic is over here somewhere, so you guys just tell me if it sounds better
I
now.
love you, Scarecrow.
Clarence, be quiet. I'm the one with the mic, maybe.
You know.
You guys let me know if me talk.
Oh, Lord, no.
Are we better?
We don't want the monitor.
Better. We got better.
Can you hear me? Play the Club Pop-Pop song, says Scarecrow.
Hello? 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 Okay. We'll see if we're working now. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. And I broke everything. But we're here now, so let's do a show. My name is Jeff.
That's good.
Kevin O. Next to me is former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
I forgot to do this the other day. Shout out to my man Q. I saw Q at the 7-Eleven, and he held the door open for me. And here's the funny part about this, Q. It better be funny.
Q, are you a Q?
I was having a bad day. I was literally having a bad day, and I got out the car, and I could have got to the door before him.
Yeah.
But he kind of did like a little quick shuffle two-step.
Yeah.
And his energy helped me. He changed the color of my mood ring. She quick shuffle, opened the door for me, man. It was like,
That's nice.
he's like, what's up, man? And I was like, what's going on? Then he came back, he's like, man, I watch the show all the time, man. All the shows, man. I like you, bro. You do your thing. And I was like, it just put everything in perspective. So Q, man, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
You know what
man.
Q was doing? He giving you the last yard, baby. Q was giving you that
He
last yard.
he did.
He gave you that last yard, baby. He was breaking you
I
home.
needed 78. He gave me 70. He gave it to me.
Can you scroll all the way up to the top? We're going to see who's here first.
Oh, yeah, I got to get that done. Yeah, got to get that done. Shoom.
Dan!
What's up, Dan? Today's show is dedicated to Naomi Campbell.
Oh.
Okay, we haven't finished the introduction.
Next to Jesse is one of the greatest beat writers in the history of the Cowboys, Clarence Hill.
Man, I went to Portugal, lost his mind.
Calvin gets the first question.
He done went, see that? He done lost his memory and his mind.
Next to Clarence is the great and powerful Mr. Joe Hoyt.
Tell him something, Joe.
Blurp, blurp.
Hey, and the international spies in town.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad's in town?
Dad's in town.
So Calvin has to retire for you to get the first question? Are you next?
He
in
had to
line?
go. He had to go to that paper to get the first question.
First of all,
it's the paper.
It's some bull corn.
It's some bullcorn.
It's the paper.
It's the
It ain't the
bullcorn.
person. It's the paper, not the person.
Yeah.
You know, it's the paper, but they're trying to hurt a person.
Oh.
So they make it about the paper. Well, it was never about the paper. It was about David. And the next in line would have been yours truly, but they're trying to hold yours, trying to hate on yours.
They're hating on you?
Man.
Is this my fault? Is this my fault?
It's some hate.
No, trust me. It's self-induced.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
It's self-induced.
Yeah, because I keep it real about the team.
Oh, they don't like that?
Yeah, no. They
All
don't
right.
like the truth over there.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to start homering it up so that you can get that first question.
They don't like the truth
It ain't
over
coming.
there.
It's too late.
DLLS is going to be known
Too late.
as the Homer broadcast.
They don't
of all
like the
Homer
truth over there.
broadcast.
No, I know. They already got that one out there. They got several of podcasts to do that.
It's interesting to me
It'll be interesting. It'll be.
Jesse.
that
It will
any
be.
of you ever have anything negative to say about anything that the Cowboys do, because they have won 5 rings and the general manager is a Hall of Famer as an executive. Not a guy I would question. Surprised you guys do. OTAs, Cowboys OTAs are underway. That's organized team activities, and they are voluntary.
What does voluntary mean?
What do voluntary
What do
mean?
volunteer mean?
And
Shout out Hamburg.
I have been out of town and out of country for 8 days, and I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't keep up with anything.
Good for you.
So what I want to do is I want to turn my head to the right, and I want to serve the Cowboy fan by asking, what did I miss at the OTAs?
I'm proud of you because I've never unplugged, and I don't know
Facts.
how to unplug for 8 days. I couldn't.
You can't do it for 8
8 minutes.
I definitely, but I can't definitely unplug for 8 days, especially on the Cowboys. But I'm proud of you. I wish I could do that. OTAs. I mean, the first thing that jumps out to you is that
Is Micah there?
Michael was not there.
Not okay.
He's been in and out.
In and out.
In and out. So they had 2 days OTAs. Their Monday wasn't there Tuesday. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but the Cowboys are spinning it as at least he's been here.
Yeah, he
And
was here for a minute.
Shotty wanted him here, but he was also working out with Myles Garrett the same day. You know, he's all on social media videos working out with Myles Garrett. So he's working out, doing his thing. But as he said, he told us a few weeks ago when he started with the offseason program, he's not going to do the on-field work. He may be in meetings, but not going to do on-field work. Because common sense, I'm not risking $40 million to get hurt doing OTA practice, on-field work. You know, so he's not going to risk that. That's
$42 million.
Yeah, what 40, 42, 40 plus.
200 guaranteed.
So you have that. He wasn't there, but there's no problem. Cowboys are loving him and loving the fact that he's been around. The other thing was Dak Prescott coming off the injury is basically has no limitations as far as OTAs and minicamp. Now he can't do he's not clear for contact. But the fact that he's out there can do the team off, not just do individual, but he's with the team and doing team offense and team, and stuff like that. That's a good sign. He's ahead of the schedule.
How much were they doing? Would you say whatever Dak was doing was like, oh, that looks like what he would be doing if we played a football game? Or are they just kind of trotting around and
No, I mean, they doing the team stuff. I mean, the 11-on-11 stuff and 7-on-7 and things they normally do in a regular practice. But, you're talking about coming off injury when they initially said that we're going to be cautious with him and be limited with him until training camp. The fact that they're not necessarily limited with him in terms of doing all the things in practice. Again, he's not clear for contact, and it's not an issue because they're not going to do contract to the second week of training camp. But from where you were and where you are right now, it's a good sign. He's ahead of schedule, and still slim and trim, and hopefully he can be back to being Dak of 2023 and not Dak of 2024.
But does he still have the video vixen lower body?
Well, that only Joe has that.
That's right, bro.
Only Joe got those sexy hips.
Jesse, do you think he lost it down low?
Whoa.
That down low.
Well, below from the hips down, Dak is built. He's built up pretty good.
Nah, he was thick.
Thick.
Yeah.
He was thick.
I mean, he's still a good shape. He's we call it slim poppy, slimothy, whatever else. He's thinned out up here, but he says it's all down here, and
Where's it at?
I'm gonna trust him.
Where is it?
Lower body.
My next OTA question is for Jesse Holley.
Oh,
I'm looking for a player perspective on this one. They told me to stop offering opinions now that I'm back, and they were like, you know what? We realized that you need to just shut up and quarterback, pretend you know nothing, and just ask everybody questions. I legit don't know. Like OTAs, when you look up Cowboys offseason schedule, for the most part, what they're doing now, it's very rare you'll find a place where it shows the dates on this because it's voluntary, I guess. Like it's not a official mini camp. It's not whatever their next actual camp is. So at what they're doing now, how much can you or can't you learn about a player? Like, could you go into these voluntary OTAs and watch what they do and get a feel for, oh, Dak to Pickens, that's clicking. Like, what can you learn now?
how they retain information.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest thing that comes out of the current iteration of what OTAs are. I'm a little bit old, so it's different back in the day. But right now, it's and as Clarence always says, it's the underwear Olympics. And for a guy like Pickens, it's is he picking up where to line up?
Right.
Is he picking up, how we like to run our routes? So it is a early indication of installation, and then now I can see, okay, is he taking meeting room, chalkboard, practice field? Like, is that combination working in succession? Because if he's struggling in chalkboard and we ain't got pads on, we ain't really screaming and yelling quite just yet. Mm-hmm. The competition level hasn't really been risen just quite yet. If he's struggling with taking meeting room on the board to practice field, then we have to change our approach going forward. We have to figure out a way that he's going to be able to retain it. Not just George Pickens, Tyler Booker, right. Kair Elam, all the other guys who are coming into the system that they don't know, right? Your other rookies that are in this, Ravel and D-Easy, all these other guys, they have to be able to now take on this information, because for the college guys, we laughed all the time about Jackson Dart, and John Gruden said, "Give me a good cadence." Jackson Dart said, he said, "No, really, like how you get it going? What is your cadence?" Here we go. He goes, "That's all we did was clap." He goes, "What's your dummy clap? Like, what's your dummy?" He said,
"Yeah, it's a different game."
But now you get in the huddle, and the play is this long.
Right.
Yeah.
There is no more, hey, Trojan right, and everything is in the play Trojan right. So right. It's, again, the defense gets a little bit more complex. So just being able to retain information and then putting it on the field, lining up there, and then that's the part that you learn the most.
And piggybacking on that, and Jesse's right, from the team standpoint, from the player standpoint, it's learning how to do the drills. Rookies learning the playbook. They do installation. That's what you're doing. You can't really evaluate the player. You can only evaluate what he can retain, how he's doing in the classroom. One thing that Shotty talked about is they're watching George in the classroom. They like how George is paying attention in the classroom. It's those little things. That's what you do. But from a media standpoint, it's the underwear Olympics. So I'm not going to sit up here and tell you he was great and he was this. Yeah, you like to see Pickens catch the ball, and we've seen a couple of that. I saw Pickens. I saw Turpin catch the ball and Pickens run with him all the way down the field to the touchdown. They high five. You like to see that sort of stuff.
I heard Shamar James had an interception.
He had an interception against Bazooka Joe. Yeah, it was two of them. So did Buddy. Don't say Shamar because he draft pick, and don't say Buddy Johnson had one too.
Then I'd like to shout out Buddy as well and say they're both off to a great start.
So again, that means nothing. One thing that I notice is who's out there
and where
and how they're lining up. So it was pleasantly notable that Tyler Booker's with the first team. There's no pretense. None of that BS pretense they do. He got to earn it, and I got a veteran here. No, you drafted him 12 overall.
Who was the slot corner?
I'm getting there. Getting
We'll
there.
get to that later.
So we talked about that yesterday, but the slot corner was Bland. And I talked to Bland afterwards, and he, in the contract year, he doesn't necessarily want to be in the slot corner because you're not going to make your money. And he's been a Pro Bowl, and let's look at him interceptions from the outside. That's generally where he wants to play. And he said, I want to talk to them about that. So let's put a pin in that conversation.
We got
for
trouble.
sure.
Trouble already.
We put a pin in it. But what was also notable was Bland was that slot corner, so who was the outside? Which we didn't really talk about.
Well, Kair Elam
and Andrew
and
Booth.
me and you, Andrew Booth.
Andrew Booth. So that means that we're saving that spot for Revel. We know Diggs ain't gonna be ready for the start of the season.
Savone Revel is out there, as soon as he
and
can.
Kalen
be.
Carson, draft pick last year, the seatbelt, he was running with the backups, and Booth and these guys ahead of him, and he wasn't in the slot. And so you got to look at all those different things, how they're using guys. So, let's keep an eye on Bland.
Love it. I love that we got drama already. I was like, I don't want to be here. Y'all trying to take $10 million a year out of my pocket.
Exactly.
Which they probably are. Let us drive your market down a little bit, and then we'll sign you.
I disagree with that.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, it's a game of is it the hot dog or is it the bun, involving Kair Elam, Dak Prescott, Joe Milton, and others. It's next.
You ever get paid?
Yeah.
Money comes in, and all of a sudden, people and things start pulling the money away. And maybe you're spending a little bit too much. You got pool fees. You got a shopping spree. Bought a new house. Or you got to buy another car. All the type of things. All the money goes away. You go, I don't understand where this money has went.
Fireball.
You need a little bit of help. And because everyone isn't so money savvy. They don't understand the financials that come along with it. Our buddies over at Monarch Money, they can help you out. They're like your personal CFO.
Oh, I like
they get all the money in order. It's just not your average budgeting app. Monarch Money is complete financial command center for all your accounts, your investments, and your goals. Don't just manage your money. Start building wealth with 50% off your first year to our listeners. All you got to do is go to monarchmoney.com, sign up, use the promo code DLLS, and get 50% off your first year of them managing your money and see if that return can get you excited.
Shout out to our friends at Sleeper as well. I love Sleeper. It's my favorite app on my phone. All you got to do is go on there and you just make picks. It's your daily fantasy. Whatever you think about an individual player, are they going to be better or worse than their stat line would suggest tonight? You can go in there and check out Ottinger and say, I believe he will have more saves than projected. You could say you think he's going to have less saves, but not because he's going to give up goals, but because our hockey team's going to play incredible defense and they won't even get shots on goal. Let's go. We're going to the Cop. But yeah, Sleeper has every sport that you love. During football season, I go after it. I do too much sleepering. I am the sleeper of Sleeper. But it's incredible. It's so much fun. It can make every single game interesting because you just pick a guy in each little game. You say, yeah, I think he'll have more than that. I think he'll have less than that. And the more picks that you can buy and the more you can win, all the way up to 100 times your money. And our friends at Sleeper got the hookup for you, new users. Use the code DLLS Boys. You get $55 in free entries. When you place a $5 contest, see their terms of use for details. Check out Sleeper today. All right, it's the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and it is segment 2 of the broadcast day. And segment 2 is a game that I like to call, is it the hot dog or is it the bun?
Now, this is a hot dog bun.
I think it's a hot dog, too.
I'll be honest with you. When I play this game, when someone says it's the hot dog or the bun after I ask the question, I don't know if that means it's good or bad. It's very much up for interpretation. We may have to clarify that at some point. But this is a game of is it the hot dog or is it the bun? I do want to knock out some of your super chats first, though. Dan's in the super chat. Question for Chill or Joe. Has the front office expressed any interest in a trade with Miami for Jalen Ramsey?
No, I talked to somebody in the front office yesterday, and they have no interest in adding to the team. That includes Nick Chubb. That includes those guys. As of right now, they're standing pat. They like their guys. They like what they've done in free agency.
But it's a 365-day acquisition thing, so check back with us in a few months.
It sure is. Ken is in the super chat, and he says if y'all would have kept Keyshawn on just a little longer yesterday, pretty sure he would have dropped an F-bomb.
He's not going to the pool either. He's not going to the pool either.
Keyshawn Johnson did a little cussing yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit. A lot of cussing. So we out of cuss words till at least July.
Peebo, Jesse and Shades in a suit equals young Stevie Wonder.
How you feel about that?
Stevie's
a good looking guy.
Yeah, Stevie's a good looking guy.
Talented.
Yeah.
You You can see too. So like having everything he's got plus eyes.
I'm up one. Two. Actually.
I mean, that hairstyle almost similar.
I never understand how is it the people who got less hair than me making
It's a
the
wild
hair
move.
jokes?
It's a wild move.
It's not. I'm not
You're
ripping
losing
your
it from the
hair.
front and the
I'm
back.
not ripping your hair.
Your
I'm
front
comparing it
and
to
the
Stevie
back.
Wonder's.
That's like
Stevie
that's
Wonder
like
has braids.
He doesn't have
and a
braids.
forehead.
I'm gonna have braids soon. I'm trying to run Jesse down. I'm not.
Jerry
cutting-
Rice
Maybe a
had
new
braids
hairstyle
in the
for you.
forehead. I'm not dissing your hair. Your hair is beautiful.
Man, but you
Your
have-
hair is
you-
lovely.
You have
Clarence-
less loss than me.
Clarence, you should probably bick it.
Yeah,
Clarence
you might-
calls you short.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't shake it. Don't shake it.
Dro
Shake it.
knows.
Shake it for
Joe,
the girls. Shake it for the girls.
Joe-
I know you shake it for the girls.
how does OTAs compare to the police academy?
Oh, the police academy is way easier than OTAs.
Peebo, I bet Clarence could make moonshine in a bathtub.
I've drank moonshine.
Jason,
Have you ever drank moonshine?
Yes, I've drank moonshine.
I don't know, Joe. You California Joe now. You 5-0 Joe.
I made some last year. I have
Yeah.
a buddy whose uncles do that, and
Just
they
saying,
brought
you
a
say
bunch
5-0 Joe
to the
has
house.
moonshine.
Jason's in the
Man said he
super
had some
chat.
moonshine, man said he has-
Guys, have you let Jeff know the S-bomb quota for the week was used up by Keyshawn yesterday?
Sure did.
Yep.
Peebo, Mike McCarthy somewhere smashing watermelons
Facts.
right now.
Facts.
Look at Peebo.
And Jeff taught a parrot how to tap dance on his vacay. Might have.
Mm.
And Keychain Johnson was a great addition.
Yes, he was. What we need to know is, what did you do on your vacation?
I saw a bunch of castles.
What did you do
and
last summer? What did you
castles and
do
cathedrals.
when you were away from us?
I went to, I flew into London, and I did London for a day. Shout out to Dan Turner, former Cowboy writer from England. He was my tour guide on night one.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Take you to the pub.
Day two,
Get
he
some
took
tea
me
and-
to a
Get
couple
some
pubs.
tea and crumpets.
I saw Tower Bridge and Big Ben and
Oh, you sightseeing.
all the things I wanted to
You saw
see.
Ben Roethlisberger?
Yep.
Did you-
Yeah, there was
did you-
it was in a pub bathroom actually, but
I
there's
was-
a
I was
chair.
gonna
There's
say
a
it.
chair
I
wedging
was
under
gonna-
a
I
handle.
was
I don't know
gonna
why.
say, were you in the bathroom?
Did you see any big booties?
I saw some big booties.
Okay.
Day two, I went way outside of London and went on a tour of England to go see a bunch of castles, and then I did 5 days in Portugal, where I saw a bunch of castles and cathedrals.
Portuguese women. Any Portuguese women? Any Portuguese
Yes,
women
there
stories?
were women there. There were
No
women
stories.
as well as men.
No stories.
Wasn't chasing tail. I was chasing castles and memories.
No, not chasing. How long?
Anyway,
We went 8 days without chasing tail.
correct.
So you got hives right now, right? You be back home. Get back into your wheelhouse.
No, if there's a testosterone clinic out there that wants to sponsor the show, I just don't have the tea for it. Like I'm not,
Right?
worried,
I think
I'm not worried
You
about
done
it.
chasing tail?
I'm just not worried about it.
Boy,
I mean, like if I did,
I ain't
get
been this
into that
sad since the Fat Boys broke up.
situation, I'd be like, all right, next Tuesday, hit me up.
I ain't been
I'm
this
all
sad
right.
since the Fat Boys broke up.
Anyway, is it the hot dog or is it the bun? I saw interesting quotes from
This is
Kair
a hot
Elam.
dog bun.
I think it's a hot dog, too.
And the first question that I have is hot dog or bun is Kair Elam can turn his career around with the Cowboys because I saw two quotes from him and they were both along the same lines, which was talking about the energy from the Cowboys coaching staff. They actually make you feel like you care. And one of the other ones was how his transition has been not super easy, but easier because a lot of people are willing to help. The coaching staff has great energy and enthusiasm. So we knew the general idea that the Buffalo Bills, something went wrong with Kair Elam there and that they weren't interested in working with him or they didn't like him or he didn't like whatever. A change of scenery when it is this clear from the first words I've read from the player or some of the first words. That coaching staff was clearly not invested in me, and I feel like someone is invested in me and believes in me. Hot dog or bun, Kair Elam can turn his career around because of that change.
Hot dog.
And what does hot dog mean?
Is that good or bad?
That's good. I mean,
Okay.
it's the most important part of.
So
Okay.
funny.
Hot dog is
Right.
good.
Hot dog
Okay,
is
so
good.
hot dog. Okay.
Hot dog. I'm going.
And for me, hot dog's fake because there's a bunch of fake meat in there. So the bun is
Not
real.
a good hot dog.
Not a
now.
good
You
hot
get
dog.
all
Yeah,
beef. You get a
good.
Wagyu.
Get you a good Nathan's.
Yeah, man.
You go to
Oh,
Mike's
you-
Gemini
you-
Twin and get a
They
Wagyu
tell-
dog off the
They
roll.
tell you it's real.
We make our own sausage these days.
They tell
you
you.
can make your
You
own
make your own
sausage.
sausage. Anyway,
Deer
sorry,
sausage.
Jesse,
You can put whatever
continue.
you want in there.
For me, it's the hot dog. I one thing about players, when you're empowered from the people who are your coaches, who determine your playing time, when you get empowered by them, it takes your game to a whole nother level. When you're not having to look over your shoulder and be like, man, is he gonna yell? Is he gonna take me out? You don't play freely. And if you
When he
have a
stops
coaching
yelling is
staff,
when you need to worry.
that's
he ain't worried about you at all.
That's true. That's very true. But when your coaching staff is empowering you to go out there and be your best self, putting you in the best situations possible, and we talked about having the BS meter when it comes to that coach player relationship. Guys know whether a coach is being genuine and sincere and wanting to see them win. But you also know when it's just like, yeah, you're here, so come on. You go ahead. Let me see you do what you go. Do your little dance.
Here, damn.
Here, damn. Sing your little song. And for Kair, it's a new start for him. It's a new coach staff who has something to prove. And while they'll be looking for opportunities to find a starting quarterback because Diggs won't be ready, Revel, we don't know when he'll be ready and what he'll be able to give us when he comes back on the field. Kair has an opportunity to come in and earn some brownie points for these coaches. So when it comes to that decision-making time, they can look back and go, man, in OTAs, he really impressed me when he was able to play a little bit of slot. He played some right corner. He played some left corner. He did this well. He did that well. And that all comes together when it comes to decision-making time.
Oh no. I was going to say, Joe, because I know, like, the words are the words, but you're around for all of the words between shoddy, things we've heard about Elam since he's been here, words from Elam himself. Do you find any confidence in the idea that, hey, this dude can play?
Yeah, I do, because I think when his time was in Buffalo, I think that there was a clear understanding between the Bills and him that, hey, we used a first-round pick on you. We cannot find anything for you. Like, and the Bills have talked about this. We'll take the blame for it. We did not set him up to succeed. So I think that was kind of just, written in the stars. We're going to get rid of you, and we're going to run this out, and then we're going to find a new place for you. And they've been really open in Buffalo about, we hope this actually works for Kair. He worked hard. He did the right things. This was on us. It was a bad fit. So they've been kind of putting energy into the idea that a change of scenery actually could work with them. And I think one thing here in Dallas, like we've kind of talked about this, right? Like when Savone Revel comes back and he's fully healthy, I think that he will be able to go into the starting outside corner position, right?
That'd be hot dog.
Yeah, he'll be a hot dog. I think Trayvon Diggs, when healthy, can have a chance to go in there. So you start to look at Elam like, are you just a placeholder right now? But one thing I would tell Kair Elam, I'm sure the Cowboys are telling him too, is we had Amani Arourier starting last year. Like we
don't even like Diggs that much.
Yeah,
so if you ball out,
that too. They had a lot of guys.
He may not never come back on the field.
Josh Butler started at corner for us last year. Like we're going to go. Like injuries happen at corner.
Butler's great.
He played really well before he got hurt. He played really well before hurt, but the fact that they had to get to him says that they lose corners all the time. And Trayvon Diggs, injury prone. Savone Revel, injury prone. Basically, Kair Elam, you're gonna have a shot here, and if you earn it, go for it, and you're gonna have something you didn't have in Buffalo. So I say that's bun because it's real.
Hot dog.
No,
don't
bun.
confuse the audience.
Bun. Bun is real.
Hot dog is the answer of yes or good. Hot dog is.
Bun
is the answer of no or bad.
I think buns is butt is trash.
That does work.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it's bun. Like, that's bun.
Yeah.
But I also like butts, so that's confusing.
It is confusing.
I know what you did here. Okay, you're running the clock out on me.
Clarence,
you're running the clock
hot
out
dog
on me.
or bun?
You're running the clock out on me. I can't just say one word.
You already talked for 20 other minutes.
Y'all running the clock out on me. I know what you're doing here.
No, I will tell you exactly what I did. And we'll do it on the fly with the cameras and the mics on. In the first segment, I directed the action directly to you for a vast majority of the segment. I wanted Joe to get some time.
I'm not interrupting. I'm having fun.
We want Joe's perspective on something, so
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I prioritized it as the quarterback.
I'm going to say, based on what they had in a desperate need at corner, it is a hot dog. Okay.
There we go.
But I want to ask you this, and you can have this. Maybe you have to do it after the break.
I'm the quarterback. I don't
Name me a first-round pick who was a disappointment somewhere else. Name me a Cowboys first-round pick.
Baker Mayfield.
Name me a Cowboys.
Bang!
Carlos Rogers was terrible in Washington.
Name me a Cowboys first-round pick. Taco Charlton, whoever, who was a disappointment. Morris Claiborne.
He was a fine player.
Was he?
Yeah.
Did he
Byron
live
Jones ended up being
expectation?
okay.
Was he? Stop it.
Probably, not
Stop
trade
it.
up
Don't do it.
expectations, but he was a solid
Name me
starting
a first-round pick who was a disappointment here, went to another team, got a fresh start, and proved to be that player.
Good news, Kair Elam was taken in Buffalo, so
yeah, he
now
was picked
he's
by
coming
Buffalo.
here.
This is their specialty.
A team that was a Super Bowl contender every
Can I
year.
ask you a question?
I'm just asking.
Are you attempting to answer my question with the answer is hot dog and bun?
I said
Are you
it's
trying to
a hot dog because
you spend a lot of
the
time on the
desperate
bun.
need. I'm just asking you, who really? How many times did first round pick bust here and hit there?
You can become a serviceable player, though.
And that's what I'm shooting for. Like, I'm not shooting. My goal for Kair Elam isn't, Hell yeah, there's that first-round pick. My goal is that we don't have, with all due respect, a Warrior and Booth out there.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, God.
Even though Booth was literally out there in the
Yeah,
first
Yeah,
round.
I mean, you
But
know.
when you sit up here and talk about the change of scenery is going to do him good, you're expecting to get the guy that you was a first round pick because the reason why he didn't live up to expectations was the coach didn't like him, bad situation. Well, now he's going to live up to those expectations. So as a first round pick, I'm sorry, first round picks never have expectations
rephrase.
of just being okay.
Well-
just being so you're gonna always have that first round pick label on your body.
You're leaving that on him.
Yeah.
I don't
100%.
care.
If Tyler Guyton
I am
becomes
asking
serviceable,
because they didn't give up first-round pick for him.
It's the reason
I
why
am
he gets
asking, could he be worth that pick and help your
It's the
team
reason why he
as a
gets another
starter?
opportunity because he has that label on him, though. He's going to continue to get opportunities because of that label. So the label is the label. He's a first-round pick, period.
That's fine, but the only thing I care about is can he be a starting corner in the NFL that isn't a blinking red light for the offense? To me, that is a win. If he is a starter and you don't go, oh, God. That's what I'm looking for.
that's what they're looking for Tyler Guyton at left tackle. Is like, is he okay at this point?
And
When they drafted him, they were not looking for okay.
Mark Colombo was very good for us. Was he a first rounder somewhere else? And then he didnn't work out. See, TC will get you with this Bear stuff. See? We're very good at this.
So
we
he,
do this
one
great.
out of 1,000. Good.
Oh,
good
you
hit
thought it
rate.
was a 0.
No, I didn't. I just asked a question. I
How are
really
we going
didn't
to know that off the top of our heads? I'm going to do a research. And tomorrow I'm going to give you all of
He
them.
knew it off the top of his. I just asked. I
Because
wasn't
he's
trying to-
TC. He's a freaking machine. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, it's segment 3, which has a topic, which is
Hard Knocks.
oh, Hard Knocks. I got it open. Oh, I have the sleeper copy points open. I'm not good at navigating work things.
That's okay.
NFC East in-season Hard Knocks is coming. Your storyline of the Cowboys. What do you care the most about? What do you want to see on camera? Who do you want to see the most of? Who do you want to see punch somebody in the face? What are you looking forward to on Hard Knocks is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
I just jumped on the website over at shadyrays.com because I always talk about the different styles, right? And now I'm looking at some of the styles. They have the Rain, they have the Cayman, they have all the X series, they have the signature shades, they have the wraparound, the captains, the aviators, the navigators. They have all that you need. Go to shadyrays.com. And when you do that, because you're our people and you hang out with us and we hang out with you, and Shady Rays likes us, so that means your family. They're extending a 35% off a pair of polarized glasses. I see some frames in here that are black, that are blue, that are red. No matter what team you cheer for, no matter what your favorite color is, Shady Rays has you covered. And if you decide that once you get those bad boys at home, you don't like them, send them back. Or you break them, send them back. Or you lost them, send them back. That's how Shady Rays gets down. Head over to shadyrays.com, use the promo code DLLS, and get 35% off a pair of polarized glasses right now.
Yes. And also, I want to shout out to our friends at Lucy. Lucy is 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco-free. They've got your standard nicotine pouches. They have their breakers, which is a nicotine pouch. It's got a little extra surprise in there for you. Each pouch has this little capsule that you can break open, releases extra flavor and hydration. You can set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door.
Right there.
So for me, it's like I'm trying to get away from the tobacco. And so it's like, bam, just that 100%. I still need that nicotine. I want that nicotine. I like a good nicotine pouch. I got to tell you, I like a good nicotine pouch. And Lucy's got my back. All sorts of different flavors, all sorts of different strengths. It's so good after a meal. Level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Lucy.co/DLLS. Use the promo code DLLS. You get 20% off your first order. Only for adults of legal age. It contains nicotine, and that's an addictive chemical. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. There's going to be Hard Knocks going on in this Cowboys season. What is the shaking head?
In
It's
season.
going to be Hard Knocks in season.
He's shaking his hair, baby. He's shaking. He waving.
NFC East, so not just the Cowboys.
Shaking
They're
his hair
going to be
for the
covering
ladies.
everybody.
He letting
Jesse,
the
were you there
ladies-
for a Hard Knock? Oh, okay. You're just thinking this is a terrible idea. Huge distraction sucks for everybody.
Wow, like tours, like tours.
Yep. This is different. Tour doesn't go in the meeting rooms. Tour doesn't go behind the scenes. Tour doesn't go in the locker room.
But
Tour doesn't go
But
to
you
the
know, those
homes.
Netflix cameras have already been there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've had cameras there plenty.
I'm just saying, but the Jared's Netflix show is coming out soon at some point. It's supposed to come out this spring, but they got a big Netflix show coming with
He said you didn't have to put that on the show.
What is that?
A guy told me to stick to football and not corny jokes, and I logged into the YouTube to type a message.
I said, you gotta let them know. Gotta let them have it. I don't suffer fools gladly.
Boy, the petty on this show grows by the day.
We're not letting. You ain't gonna let no slight go by.
I let it go yesterday.
Yesterday, but you about to get with somebody over here. You know when they put an eye in your name. You don't let it go.
The day
I'm not even gonna answer the question.
The day you tune into this show and I'm not having fun, is the day I ain't doing this show.
Yes, it should be fun.
So there's that. So Hard Knocks sucks.
The Cowboys don't need.
They don't need
any more attention. They don't need any more attention. We have enough. We have enough. We have podcasts. We have everything that we need. We have commercials. We have rap videos.
More.
What more do we need?
More.
Like we don't need any.
Like Kobe talking to Kanye. More.
I don't.
Do you have more money than you used to?
No.
Oh damn! Never mind.
No.
Let's say I bet you still want more.
No. I wish I had the money that I used to have.
Well, you had the income stream was a little higher.
It was a lot more though.
Yeah,
it was a lot more. It came in quicker.
Yeah,
a lot more. Did
it go out quicker?
No.
Pause.
Pause.
I don't think you got to pause that.
Yeah,
okay. You could though.
Maybe
there was a pause.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm a consumer, I love that stuff, and like. If it's not a team I care about, I will find myself, because we live in a world where there's just so much content you can take in. Like, I can't claim to have seen all of the Hard Knocks, but every time I watch it, I love it.
That's another thing. It's another task for us, because we have to watch it. We have no choice.
100%.
Like, we are Cowboy content creators. So another show that I have to sit down and watch. I have to tune in for this. Another subscription. If I don't have one, I have to either get it or I have to borrow it.
Yeah.
But this bums me out, because this isn't the Hard Knocks from the Ravens time or the Hard Knocks from the Jets time. Like, new Hard Knocks has not been good for 4 or 5 years, because there's more creative control from the people that are. There's more like, oh no, we don't want that in there.
The teams now tell you if you can put something.
Hard Knocks hasn't been illuminating or super insightful for a while now. It hasn't been.
I don't know. I think the Giants would beg to differ.
Well, they've
been getting killed for their Hard Knocks the way they treated Barkley. Okay,
they also released a lot of stuff on their own team website that looked really bad too. So I don't know if their creative control is good.
I'm just saying that was some good stuff that we're still using.
That's the one thing, because I don't think the Giants have a good feel for what should be out there.
I don't know. That Giants PR director, he tries to come after you.
He's speaking of petty.
Storyline you're most interested in. I'm gonna take the layup.
Go for it.
Everything George Pickens. Because I mean, like, there's a portion of the Cowboys fan base, and I admire all different kinds of fans, but the most optimistic Cowboy fan is like, there's no risk here. George Pickens is an incredible player. There's nothing to worry about. Go team, go. Which, that's cool. If you think that a team just got rid of an incredibly talented player for a third-round pick for fun, and because they don't want to win and they don't want to be better at football, you could think that. I want to see everything they're willing to show us. Meeting rooms, what happens when tempers flare.
Yeah.
Do you get into it with coaches? Like, I want the petty. I want to see all of it. George Pickens will be the most interesting player, and I don't know how much they'll show us, because to your point, the Cowboys could be like, hey, the new guy, leave it out.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. And he could be a perfect angel. Want to see that too. So I'm taking the layup. George Pickens is storyline number one.
For me, I want to see if this is who Brian Schottenheimer is all the time.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I want to see is this is a bit. Is this for camera? As he writes,
that was one of mine.
I want to see Shotty pissed off.
No, literally, that was
the character
exactly
he's building
mine.
is so player friendly,
right? And there's going to come a point in time. There's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to go the opposite way. Like, you're going to have to be the villain. He
also talks about that. That's something he's willing to do. He talks about that. I'm willing to ream guys. And to be honest with you, we never see that ever.
Yeah.
Like, what I've seen from him so far, like when I walk the hallways, is him talking about with the rookies all at a lunch table and asking about how their day's been, how they got here. Tell me your story. I want to hear Miles Sanders, the name of his dog, and why he does it. So to your point, like, he says he does it, but I want to see if he actually does.
TZ cracked me up. The guy said that he stopped watching this show because there's too much crying and self-righteousness instead of fanatics boosting the team up. And TC responded, "You're watching now."
Good point.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, we're gonna talk about your football team.
Crying?
And we want your football team to win. But if you want people to lie about your football team and just pretend that everyone's the best and they're gonna win every game by 100, then I don't know. That's just not the way that
Go to Cowboys.com.
That's not
You'll
the way.
get that.
Yeah, that's not
You'll
the way
get that
I'm gonna
over there.
sports.
I don't hang out with the boys. You won't.
You'll get that. You'll get all that positivity.
I don't hang out with the boys. You won't.
We're going to analyze the football team.
Give
And
it to
when,
you
it's,
right.
when it's awesome, there will probably be way more positive on the show. When it's bad, it'll probably be more negative on the show because we're going to analyze your football team.
Shout out to the dude whose name is Hallelujah.
But there are a lot of
Hallelujah.
homers out there. If you're looking for gigantic homers who just say they're going to win every game by a million, that content's out there for you too, and we welcome you to it because it's your world, baby. Do what makes you happy. Storyline that we're looking forward to? Why are you smiling?
I'm looking forward to Jerry making that phone call to David Mulugeta.
He doesn't know his name.
I know. I want to know how that's going. Hey, David, it's Jerry. Come on, I need you to give me the first call to David and Jerry. How does Jerry introduce himself?
Should David say who?
Ring. Hey, Daryl.
Daryl?
Is that you, Daryl?
I'm hanging out.
Damn. Donnie.
Moo.
Is Micah there? I don't know how that goes.
Yeah. That will be good TV.
Yeah.
To see how that all plays out, because Jerry would apologize. I didn't mean it that way, and all the other stuff, like with the Zico stuff. He came back, and when they signed the contract, we all good. Our bygones are bygones. All the slights are forgotten, at least from Jerry. The players have a harder time getting over it, but Jerry's gonna get over it.
Well, David, I was just calling. It's we got all the way through the off season, and I milked y'all for content. We knew that we were gonna pay, and I want you to know that I have assumed the position. I am in downward dog.
Downward dog.
You just send over the numbers, and whatever it is, I sign it. I don't even gonna read it. We're gonna give you whatever you want, and thanks for letting me talk crap about you. And I was just kidding. I know your name, David Mugg. Hey, Muggs, I know you.
Mulugeta.
D Muggs.
Moo. Yeah, I call you Moo. Is that all right?
Moo.
Yeah. You think that'll be on there? No, it's in season.
It's in season.
And they'll get it done before.
Hopefully they'll get it done before, but if they don't,
they'll get it done.
Yeah, hopefully.
Another thing I'm looking forward to seeing is Micah Parsons the leader in the behind the scenes. Like I think now there's been a power shift. There's been a change in leadership in the locker room, and it's Micah Parsons' time. And yeah, Dak's the overall leader, but he's offense. I want to see what Micah Parsons looks like as a leader. I want to see how much he's kind of getting in guys' faces if it's need to be. Like if they go out and during this in-season Hard Knocks and they lose 41-14, I want to see how Micah Parsons responds to that.
Who's the best ping pong player on the team?
100% need to see it.
Ooh.
Who's the best player? I need to know. I feel like that's the thing.
Quarterback.
I feel like that's the thing Coop would have been good at.
I'm gonna say quarterback. It's usually like quarterback,
deep snapper.
Or
Trent
I was ready to say punter.
You already know who's the best ping pong player. It's already been decided. It's the punter.
Is it the punter?
He beat him in baseball, the home run derby.
Home run derby.
He got time.
He's whooping their butt every day.
His practice. This is his practice.
Because we talked about it, Dak. We did a whole conversation about it in the locker room the other day. The punter, Brian Anger, is wearing everybody's butt out.
That shouldn't count. He shouldn't be allowed to play.
He's the best ping pong
Specialist
player.
play.
Best punter. I mean, best in the home run derby, best in ping pong.
If you
and
burn
Micah's
less than 80 calories every practice,
Micah's high.
You don't count in our other stuff. You gotta go mess with the other guys. But I love all the behind the scenes stuff. It's so good because we don't get it. We don't get to see it.
Yeah. I saw clips of the Amendola thing just surface after it about how he was put on the practice squad, and just that was fun to watch.
I want to see does George Pickens and Micah Parsons fight each other with fists.
Oh no, that's great stuff. And there are a lot of things that happen in the locker room that we don't get to see. They don't show in Hard Knocks. And a lot of people say, "Oh, you're negative, and you're being negative, Nelly." I would love to cover the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. I would love to. I know, but I'm just saying, me personally. I've been covering this team since the year I started covering the team, they stopped winning Super Bowls. Okay, so
we're
aware.
So when you join a franchise that's been going to Super Bowl, you think, that's gonna be part of.
They gave the other
so
guy
I
the
would
first
love to cover the Cowboys Super Bowl. I haven't seen it. I'm just gonna keep. I'm not gonna forget my experiences just because we got a new coaching staff and they're saying all the right things. So I'm not being negative. I'm saying I've seen this movie before. I've seen
You're
6 coaching changes. No, I'm just keeping it real.
We say Jerry's the common denominator. It's not true. Jerry's won 3.
But I would love to write that Jerry story. I did it my way. I want to write the one day in the locker room 2 years ago. Tristan Hill, they're arguing over Clemson and UCF. Okay, because they won a fictional national title. They called themselves national title. They're in a big argument about this, and I told Dak this is what I would love to write the story. Tristan Hill went up to Dak and said, "You ain't never won shit."
You
Excuse me.
Our S is gone. Our S is gone.
We used them all.
I'm sorry, but that's what he did.
We just lost one from next week.
I mean, that's a great backdrop to if Dak finally wins it. You know, this is stuff you got to deal with as a quarterback. They're arguing, they banter, talking trash, but Tristan freaking Hill.
That got to sell out people.
And Dak in his face.
People talk to him like that.
Because he's in the locker room, because he's always in the locker room, and they just have fun with each other. That's part of the culture. People are comfortable talking. It's like
Dak might hit somebody.
I understand that, but just the principle thing. I would love to
beat to his face.
Okay.
I would love to write that story about them. These guys who had to deal with that and deal with the little drought and finally over. Because it's a great story. I want to write this story, but I'm not going to just pump sunshine because y'all feel good about the next draft pick.
Vance is in the super chat. Any chance you hit up our friend Dalton Miller? Oh, he's a Cowboy content guy, draft guy, and he lives in Portugal, and I forgot to, and he's pissed at me, and he let me know on multiple outlets. P-Bo, Jerry broke out the 7-Eleven wine when we got Pickens. Kerry Matthews, Freak Jesus, best hot dogs are 99 cents. Bars S, made with meat.
See, it's fake.
P-Bo, Brian Schottenheimer looks like Nick Sirianni, but gritty. And if Guyton and Steele play solid, we're playoff bound. That's probably
possible.
true. Dro knows. Can't fight. I'm excited to see Hill versus Watkins.
Watkins is my little brother, and that's not happening.
But I tell you, the amount of blood that happens at the Rudder Room when those two get together, blood everywhere.
Cigar smoking.
Peebo, Are y'all going to Oxnard this year? Damn Skippy. Night 405 is in the super chat. Thanks for getting Will McClay on. As a fan, it's hard to tell what decisions are Stevens, Jerry's, and Will's, or if they're on the same page at times.
We're doing it for you, baby.
Dro knows. Can we trade Chill and his trophy drought to Philly?
You're going to Philly.
I hate Philly.
Who are we going to bring back? I don't want anybody.
You don't want those guys.
You
think I'm negative? Them Philly reporters are ruthless.
Well, I bet the PHL guys are more positive. What?
We just want the subtraction.
Yeah,
we'll take Zach Berman.
Wow,
We'll take Zach Berman.
We'll take cash consideration. We'll take cash consideration.
RG3, you gonna do a brother like this?
We'll baseball it. We'll do players to be named later.
You a milkman?
He like that.
You a milkman?
No, I'm not.
You a milkman?
And Justin, have you heard any real talk about Detroit looking to move DJ Reader due to a crowded room? And do you think Dallas would actually be interested? Well, you'd name me any good defensive tackle, and I'm interested. Coming up next, Stephen Jones said he got a whole bunch of Cowboys a new buddy. Who does that mean has been buddy bumped? Is next on the broadcast. Great time to sign up to be a diehard. alldlls.com/diehard is where you can go to do that. We're launching a wings show.
Yeah. We are launch
Dallas Wings, baby.
Okay.
My girl Dorothy's gonna be on there with Kevin Gray and there's some of the other guys. Yeah, it's a great show.
That's awesome.
Page buckets, baby. If you want to have all of the best content, the behind the scenes, the articles about all of your sports teams that you care about right here in DFW, the way to do that in one place is alldlls.com. Sign up to be a diehard. You'll get all of the content, the premium content, ad-free experience on the website. You will get, I wasn't actually meaning to point anything. Yeah, there's a QR code right there on the screen if you're watching this.
Yeah.
Jesse's, I can't get to it, but Jesse, yeah, he's got you covered. Follow Jesse and you'll get to it. And you also get a free t-shirt from our merch store when you sign up. And there's new merch coming out all the time, and it's awesome. I'm probably going to get me some Wings gear.
See that Jake Ottinger shirt? That was a good one.
I would take an Otter shirt. I will take an Otter shirt.
Otter's better.
He's going to carry us to the cup. I will take me an Otter shirt. So, yeah, you get all of those things. You get everything that you could possibly want to be up to date on every team you care about if you're a DFW sports diehard by just heading over to alldlls.com/diehard or using that QR code and get yourself signed up. You get a carrying card. Get your diehard carrying card, and then that's how you know If you're at a game or you're in these streets, slide that sucker out. People around you'll know.
You flash it in Portugal?
I cheers people with it. I like to do it. I like to do a card tap when I see somebody. Hey there, buddy.
Ladies love it.
Yeah, good
Ladies
little
love
card
it.
tap there.
Except in Portugal.
So they might have. I don't know. I just wasn't chasing it. I'm an adult. I was just out there on vacation,
Bro,
man.
you don't have to explain nothing to
Really?
him. You were having a good time.
You go on vacation and don't chase. Who does that?
Stop pocket watching.
I think
okay?
most people.
Not
I don't think most people are like, yeah, I'm going out of town this weekend. Really can't wait to go chase tail.
Is that how you target your vacations? Like, where can I chase?
Gotta go. Hey, Saturday
Really?
Night Hard. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Welcome back, everybody. We were at a break talking about something totally unrelated to the show, and here we are now, ready to talk to you. So Stephen Jones was talking about all the things that they've done this offseason, and the word they used was buddy, which is, I think, a good one because I think that was what we did with the show before they added George Pickens, is we spent a lot of time talking about CeeDee Lamb needs a buddy.
Right.
And by buddy, it's someone to help me.
Pal.
And CD got a buddy. He got a buddy in George Pickens. It's like Stephen, he went through a list of how many different buddies he got for people, and who all got a buddy. Who did he say got a buddy?
Osa got a buddy.
Micah got a
Who's
buddy.
Osa's buddy?
Who was Osa's buddy?
Solomon Thomas.
I guess Solomon Thomas was Osa's buddy. Yeah.
Peyton Turner. He got two buddies.
He didn't say he was a great buddy. He just said he was a buddy.
Okay.
Solomon is a good.
Everybody got a buddy.
No, I don't know. I think he's an incredible guy.
No, that's what I'm saying.
When you're
So
talking
he
like,
got a good buddy.
Okay, he could be a good friend.
Like a literal buddy.
If Solomon Thomas is a baller, that would be great.
Listen,
That would be great.
I love the buddy talk. 'Cause we got the buddy cop movies. We love the buddy cop movies, right? You know,
Beverly Hills Cop not falling for that banana in the tailpipe.
We're not brothers. We ain't friends. We ain't partners.
Ain't
If I don't
right.
get my money, you wish you had never met me. And I think that's CD and George. We ain't buddies. We ain't friends. We ain't partners. If I don't get my balls, you gonna wish you never met me. If I don't get my receptions, you gonna wish we never met me. Yeah, we buddies, and long as we doing this thing together. But if I don't
Say if I don't get my balls.
Wait.
Did you say if I don't get my balls?
Now, when I say it,
receptions,
Did he fight you on it?
passes, catches.
They told me I couldn't say that. They told me that I was crazy to say that CD. I basically said that CD, like, he may say that there's like code number ones, but in the heart of hearts, it ain't no code number.
Well, I think, as a former receiver who was this close to the league, that far, you still know. Like, I know George Pickens is a talented enough guy that he really believes that he's a monster. And whoever's lined up across from him is dead. I do not believe that deep down in his heart of hearts, he thinks I'm a better player than CeeDee Lamb.
I don't agree.
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree.
I don't agree with you.
Okay, so he's at that level where you can just be like, no, I am, like, literally. And I know you showed me the article from Kevin Clark, like when he was drafted.
Yeah.
He legit believes in his heart of heart that he's the best receiver on the planet, and I guess that should stop me from having asked that question. But I don't know. I would think you look at one of the legit three best in the league, and part of you is like, I'm trying to get there, not I am him.
Well, he thinks the talent is there. He understands the numbers are not there. That's why he's trying to get paid. That's why he's excited to come to Dallas. But in his heart of hearts, he believes the offense, the quarterback, the situation is what held him back, not his talent. He believes it's and most people will tell you his talent level is special. It's one of the best in the league. You know,
Like, do you think that George?
No one's disagreeing with that.
Let me go at it this way. Do you think that George Pickens is going into this season believing that he'll get as many targets as CeeDee Lamb?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Because that's setting up for the George Pickens that you are afraid of.
The problem is they're not telling him that. That's why when Jesse talked about the first thing, you need to sit him down and understand.
It's going to be 180 to 120.
I understand
that's going to happen.
But they're not telling him that. They're not telling him defining a role.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
They're saying all the platitudes and all the right things about number ones and Kim, they're saying all this. So you're setting this situation up that if it doesn't go that way, he has a chance to get mad. Like you said, the first thing y'all need to do is sit him down and tell him, CD's the guy. And you're going to get what he don't get.
And Keyshawn said that same thing.
But they're not telling him that. At least from all the conversations we've had with him and the coaches, they're not saying we're defining a role.
No, you just tell him the best thing that ever happened to you is going to be standing right over there every play. And that's why you're going to get your shot.
And he's going to say the best thing that happened to him is me. That's why you brought me here, because he needs somebody else.
Okay. And I'll tell him, the defenses are going to tell us which one of us is telling the truth.
I understand that.
Vernon Long's going to tell us. Who are you targeting then?
But the idea that he's just going to have an epiphany and say I'm not as good as CD? No, that's not happening. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking, but he's not going to have that epiphany.
He buddy bumped someone though.
He buddy bumped everybody.
Everybody in the club got buddy bumped.
My question is who gets buddy bumped, and I think that one's obvious, right? Like George Pickens being on the team, Jalen Tolbert got buddy bumped, Jonathan Mingo got buddy bumped.
Yeah,
you better go find a new group of buddies. You're not the one that's CD's buddy anymore.
Flournoy and Jalen Brooks might have got buddy bumped off the team.
Y'all might have got team bumped.
Yeah.
The one that I find the most interesting is he said Micah got a buddy, Donovan Iziraku, your second round pick, and I like him. Like I think even as a rookie, he can be a really good pass rusher
for sure.
But if that is the name that you bring up in a position group that they actually do have depth, and I think pretty quality depth, I think you have a really good group. You also added Dante Fowler and paid him real money.
Yep.
Marshawn Kneeland is a second-round pick.
Sam
Williams is the guy that I wonder, like, you're not a priority at all, right? I see him on Twitter, and he has physical ability, and he seems to have really high hopes for himself this season. I don't see where his opportunity is.
Well, two things here. And I'm sorry. Steven likes to say things. Yes, I do. But Steven's here to fit a narrative. Our narrative is we got guys buddies. So let me find somebody for Michael Parsons.
Right.
And you're taking it that somebody else is getting bumped out. I don't think he meant it that way.
We do a show every day.
Yeah, I know. He's trying to fit a narrative. But what's also true.
He said it to me one time.
I know I did. But what's also true is that Marinelli comes from this. Not Marinelli. Eberflus comes from Marinelli's system.
Stack them up like club sandwiches.
I'm rotating all the defensive line. I'm running them in. You're gonna run. I need no loafs. I need you running hard. When you get tired, I can bring somebody else in. I think they're gonna be a healthy rotation at the end, which is why they have all those in.
No, but I think you kind of said it in pre-show too, and I agree with this, is if you look at the two edge rushing positions and maybe throw a little power defensive end in there with Sam might play, you're talking about like 200% of snaps, right? Micah Parsons can play 80% of that 200%.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of differentiate that 120% in terms of a rotation? And I think when you start throwing the names in there and what they can actually count on, I don't know how much Sam Williams is going to get in that percent. I don't know that little pie chart we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I don't.
You're talking 120% between four players and maybe scattered snaps to other guys.
Well, Kneeland is going to be mainly on running downs. He's a runner. He's not a pass rusher. Okay, so
but there's three downs, and now you're starting to take away the opportunity.
Most of the time, they may be rotating the Fowler and Resurrecto and Williams more so than Kneeland, who's going to probably be out there mainly for running down.
Yeah.
And then we haven't talked about Peyton Turner, who's a defensive end as well, who can play that power end, right? In the end, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, Solomon Thomas could too.
He could kick out there too if need be. But I just think like when you look at Sam Williams right now, we're talking about a guy that had kind of underperformed through the first couple of years, showed some glimpses, but underperformed. Then had they were hoping for a big year last year for him. Not his fault. He tears his ACL. He's out for the season. Now he's going into a contract year, and you're kind of sitting here wondering, hey, we don't really know what this guy is at full potential, and he's coming off an injury. So how can we count on him? So maybe Sam Williams, buddy bumps himself back into the good graces of everyone and becomes a big part of the rotation because he has an incredible preseason, balls out in a contract year. Maybe that works out. But if you're looking at who got buddy bumped this year, they made a lot of acquisitions to kind of have insurance just in case Sam Williams doesn't become the player they hoped he'd be.
Yeah, because I guess I just picture it in my mind and I say, okay, it's 1st and 10. Who do you think is on the field? And is that answer Parsons and Kneeland? 1st and 10.
I guess on 1st and 10, Parsons and Kneeland. Kneeland is going to be the run stuff, and he's got to replace DeMarcus Lawrence.
And if it's 2nd and 8, Parsons and Kneeland or Fowler or Iziraku.
Are we in nickel?
I mean, it's 2nd and 8, kind of longish. You might think they're going to throw.
If they're throwing, I mean, it's obviously, again, it's all about situation. I think it's going to be situational. And one thing that they talked about the other day was, and you say that, and you got these guys, but last year they lost Lawrence and they lost Williams. I mean, you don't know who's going to be.
People are going to get hurt.
You can't say that these guys. So, they added to the position because of the numbers that got dwindled last year. Not that we're just trying to replace Sam.
Right. Yeah, but week one, we're talking about who gets the priority. And I think that Sam Williams had that last year going into last year.
We'll see.
Like, if you had to say somebody is going to have the lowest percentage of snaps, would you say it is Sam Williams or Kneeland? Who will play less?
I would say it's Kneeland because I think he'll be passing more than he'll be running.
How about throw Iziraku?
But you think Williams is going to be thrown out there on passing downs with Iziraku, Fowler, and Parsons on the team?
You said which one? I said, and I'm saying I think he's going to be more than Kneeland. Now, Williams, we'll see. I think he's going to be more than Kneeland.
Out of the edge rushers, all of them, it might be the rookie.
Yeah, it might be the rookie.
Is at the bottom?
Yeah.
We got to see what he does. I mean, listen.
But it's also dependent upon.
See what he does on 3rd and 8. He boogies.
You got to get to
He
third
boogied in
and
college.
8.
That ain't his job.
He
They
boogied
gotta
in college.
That ain't
get
his
to
job.
3rd and 8,
So-
and that's the one thing you're going to see week 1 of the
That's
season.
Mozzie's job.
You're going to see week 1 of the season. Are you able
Sam
to
had more
stop the
sacks
run?
his senior year in college than Ezraku.
How many sacks he had this season?
Did he?
No,
His
no
record
way.
just had 16
He had
and a
16
half.
You led the-
Imagine. SEC
Dro knows
though.
in the super chat before the Wings traded Kalani Brown, she was going to be my buddy.
Hey.
you got buddy
all right.
bummed. You got buddy bummed.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. We love you. Please hit the like button on your way out. That number's not high enough. Make sure you subscribe. Congratulations, 25,000 subscribers, DLLS Sports.
Thank you.
Let's go. Remember,
Thank
you have
you.
no
Thank
idea what
you.
anybody's going through. Remember, wait, I already said that part. I'm out of practice. Finish the show.
Like Jeff says, be kind to everyone because you never know what anybody's going through. And like I always say, eliminate the contingencies.
Keep it real.
We all silly like the mayor.